welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gwen, but over here the family calls me Cousin G, and I am back with some more Family Business New Orleans content. Cousins, y'all seen the title of this video, y'all already know what's about to go down. It's the recap and review of the Family Business New Orleans Season 1, Episode 6. They titled this episode, Two Sides to a Story. Girl, and Lord knows, ever since this doggone series started, because let me be honest with y'all, it's been two sides to these stories the whole time, girl. But y'all already know what time it is. It's storyline time. Girl, first we gonna dig into these relationships, these extramarital affairs with these Donkins and these LeBlancs, girl. Because, girl, at this point, it's just beyond me, girl. It's beyond me. We got people diving too deep into their affairs, trying to get the meaning of it all, girl. And then we got the other two who just really do not care at all. They don't care. They don't care about nothing at all, girl. Now, the first two people we're going to dive into is Marie LeBlanc and Curtis Donkin. Now, we know Marie is married to John LeBlanc, girl. And currently, the LeBlancs and the Donkins are at odds because of this one occurrence that occurred at the very beginning of the series. Pierre LeBlanc unaliving himself. Now, y'all already know how that would have gone, girl. It just, either way, it wouldn't have went right. It wouldn't have went right, girl. Whew. But let's talk about this affair. Let's get in on Marie. Marie, come to the front right quick, sis, because you gonna get tarot readings, girl, on this extramarital affair that you got going on with Curtis. Girl, And because honestly, it seems to me like the only mistress that John have is this business that he running. And everything else he getting himself into. And it don't concern a woman at all. It don't concern him giving attention to another woman, unless you want to call the game the other woman. And in most cases, when we in these types of situations, cousins, we will very much call the game the other woman. Because when your man is invested into this game here right there, girl, you're not going to always get his attention. That other woman going to get his attention, girl. So at this point, Marie feeling a little bit unappreciated and maybe overlooked when it comes to this game. So she's found somebody else to pay attention to her, and that's Curtis LeBlanc. Not Curtis LeBlanc, Curtis Donkin, excuse me, y'all. That's Curtis. He is the one that she's found sources in. Girl, that's her, I don't want to say safe space, but that's her getaway. That's her great escape. That's her fantasy fulfillment, girl. Because Lord knows these days John not giving it to her like she said he used to, girl. But my whole thing is, sis, you knew what you was getting into with this man when you married him. So then you know that you had to know that all eyes wasn't gonna always be on you, sis. You had to know this. See, that's the problem I'm having with this situation. Sis said she been riding with John, right, cousins? But now all of a sudden it's a problem what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? You started this out with this man just like this. And now you feeling some type of way because you've grown past it. Girl, I'm going to tell her, I'm going to say this. I understand where she coming from, but sis, not like this. Not like this. That make me question whether or not she know Curtis is a donkey, girl. And if you had your ears to the streets like you supposed to in these situations, you would know that the Donkins and the LeBlancs is about to be at war. And you mess around with this man? Oh no, sis. Oh no, I mean, even went as far as to go to Ernestine and get a second reading after the first one she got when she was with her sister Raven. Girl, trying to dot every I and cross every T when it came down to this little love affair that she was having. But it was when Ernestine told her, girl, Your two crossroads finna meet. And it's not gonna be a highly jolly situation going on here when it comes to these two crossroads. And these two crossroads, cousins, was John and Curtis. That's what Ernestine was trying to tell her. Like, girl, you making a lot of choices. You just gotta make sure you making the right one at this point, cousins. Cause girl, other than that, you gonna find yourself in a whirlwind of trouble. If you keep on down this path, just make sure you make the right choice. Girl, and it looked like to me, cousins, she ain't gonna have a choice. She not gonna have no other choice but to make the right choice. And that's stick beside her husband. And which I really think she gonna do anyway. This is why she told Curtis, this the last time I'm gonna see you. You know what I'm saying? Because when she did meet up in this scene with them two at the restaurant, she told him it was going to be the last time. But Curtis, in true Curtis Donkin fashion, had to put back them eyes at her and smile, and that dimple came out, girl. You can't resist the dimple. But it came out, and sis got weak in her knees, girl, both of them. Not weak in one knee, but weak in both knees, girl. And Shirley went to go carry on with that man in the bed. Before her husband could, girl. Before her husband court appearance, girl. And then showed up there, girl, like ain't nothing never happened. Girl, nah, I wonder if that was the last time y'all was gonna be coloring together, cousin. I hope that was the last time y'all was gonna be doing that, cause sis. Girl, it's not gonna always go your way, girl. Even if it do make you happy, it's not gonna always go your way. Because it's this portion of this storyline right here, this really was getting to me, girl. And it hit me tough in the chest, and I'm just like, girl, please let it go. Please let it go, girl. Come on, cousins. This Curtis Donkin we talking about. So y'all see why I got a little weak in the chest, girl, when I was going over this storyline. But the second half, the second affair that really grabbed my attention was the affair between Antoinette and Marquise. Now, we all know what come with this one. They done already got pictures of them in the doggone hotel together while Saint out of town visiting people and stuff like that, getting his work and his monies and things like that, and making the exchange and things, girl. But these two done got caught up, and this time it's on pictures. It's in pictures. They've taken footage of y'all two, girl. In the set, girl. They called them. Let's just say they called them down bad cousins in the last episode. Y'all remember that? They called them down bad, and y'all know. Word on the curb is Saint crazy. That boy is pecans, girl, in the brain, girl. Something wrong with him. His screws is not wrapped too tight up in that brain of his. And he really is, he one of them. And when you dealing with one of them, sis, you might want to tread lightly in all the decisions that you make. And this decision that she making to continue to mess around with Marquise is going to get her in trouble. And also, Marquise is going to be in trouble. In more ways than one. It could lead to both of them being 6 feet under, dealing with Saint. Saint is a nut, girl. He crazy. That's not the type of man you want to call yourself messing over. But my word to Saint is, yeah, he involved in this too. Because he a part of all this, girl. I'm just going to call it for what I see. Saint, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, Saint. That ain't never happened. Girl, just like a zebra can't change their stripes. Girl, Saint, that girl is one of them zebras. That ain't changing her stripes for nobody. That's why that man Chino had so much to say about her when he was in that strip club with them. Before Saint unalived him. That's why that man had so much to say. Because Antoinette was out here on these streets real bad. And baby, she made, let's just say she made a name for herself. But the name ain't too cool, baby. It ain't too cool. Oh, child. They gonna have to get this together, girl. Because, oh, Lord. A lot of unnecessary unaliving is gonna happen, child. A lot of unnecessary unaliving, baby. Oh, Lord, girl. Didn't these people already at war too? It's, all this gonna be tragic, cousins. I'm calling it now. Tragic. I'm calling it, girl. But that's all I have to say about these doggone love affairs here, child, because, they need to cut this out. They really, really need to cut this out for real, because this ain't it. This is definitely not it. Now, because there's another storyline that I was very much anxious to talk about, was this storyline with Prince and Lauren. So, now y'all know, I told y'all, I described their little relationship that they got going on. I describe this as the Romeo and Juliet effect. That old Capulet versus Montague effect, girl. They gonna have to either go against each other or run away with each other at this point, girl. I'm not saying do exactly what Romeo and Juliet did in them books, girl. But not the way Shakespeare wrote it either, girl. None of that. I'm just saying it's gonna come to a point where they gonna have to pick a side. And they gonna have to be at war with each other. And baby, Prince gonna see what Lauren is really made of and what she was really trained to be. And that is a killer, girl. He don't know that much about Lauren. Y'all think if he found out that much about Lauren? Y'all think if he found out that much about Lauren? Y'all think he'll be scared of her? Like he's scared of his brother? I'm trying to see something. Because, girl, Lauren just as bad as Saint. If y'all want me to keep it a stack with y'all, Saint a killer, Lauren a killer. Prince, you're only a fighter. Yeah, from what we've seen. That's all you bring to the table here on this storyline here, girl. It's just I don't know, cousins. But he do end up meeting with Lauren in this episode. So, you know, he could talk about what's going on with him, but not so much. Because, you know, code names had to be used during this conversation. But, yeah, he said, like, he had a tough time telling his brother what he knew about his wife. And he knew his brother wasn't going to want to hear it. But Lauren told him, you know, if you expressing that, it's because you love that person that much. Even if it's something they don't want to hear or not. You want them to know it because you don't want to see them hurt. And that's definitely understandable. Definitely understandable. So he, at this point, Prince he battling with whether or not he should tell his brother. So he do end up going to Jean with the pictures that they got, you know, of Antoinette and Marquise in that doggone motel room or hotel room, whichever kind of room it was, wherever they called him at, child. I just know a door was open and they had a number on it. That same motel, perhaps. Girl, I don't know, cousins. But all I know is Prince, because Prince has, you know, dealt with this dilemma or whatever, because he's dealing with this dilemma, he decides to bring it to Jean, right? Bring it to Jean's attention. And Jean said he glad that Prince did step up and tell him about this or whatever, because Jean, like everybody else, know how Saint is, especially behind Antoinette. So Jean ended up taking a picture of the picture and making him the only owner of a copy of the pictures. You know what I'm saying? Just so Prince wouldn't have to deal with this by himself or deal with it at all. Jean just let him know, look, I'm going to handle it. You don't do nothing. You keep your mouth shut. Don't discuss this with nobody. And I'm the only person with the copy. You make sure you delete that up out your phone. That way, don't nothing come back on you and your brother do find out. Because if your brother find out and he find out you knew this whole time, and you didn't say nothing, yeah, he definitely coming for your neck. But baby, speaking of Saint, Saint, baby, don't think Cousin G forgot about you. Because we still got to talk about you in this meeting you had with Sebastian. Sure do. Cousin G got some questions for you that need answers. So how is it that now we just not finding out that you was Pierre business partner on this outside deal outside of John and his whole business, because y'all want a little piece of change to yourself. Yeah, because y'all love money that much. Oh, but see, Sebastian knew all about Prince being involved with this business deal that Pierre was trying to make with him. He knew. He just didn't mention it in front of John LeBlanc. Now, see, if he would have mentioned that in front of John LeBlanc, oh baby, it would have been some heat in the family, baby. It would have been a house divided, girl. Had John LeBlanc find out that Saint and Pierre was doing this business together. That's why he was so quiet when he was in that room with Sebastian. And I always wonder why. Now, see, Sebastian gonna keep this secret to himself, and I feel like Sebastian gonna try to use this secret as an advantage over Saint head, cousin. He said he wanna see how all this gonna play out, cause he knew that if he would have said anything about Saint being involved with this little business deal, oh baby, it wouldn't have been pretty for Saint at all. At all. Given the type of man John LeBlanc is, it wouldn't have been cute at all, girl. I'm telling y'all, it wouldn't have been cute at all. Child, I was waiting on them to spill that tea. Waiting on them. I knew somebody else in that doggone group or this little organization they got had something to do with what was going on with Pierre and Sebastian. I knew it wasn't just Pierre by himself. Because come on now, Pierre gave the vibe that he was a loser anyway, and he always was losing money. He just wasn't good with money, cause it's girl and child. I just when Sebastian said that, I was like, oh, okay. And luckily it was just him and Saint when he said this. Cause Saint was with another Crescent boy or whatever at this little exchange or whatever that was going down. And he sent him outside. And I'm glad he did, because had that boy found out too, who knows who else would have knew about this doggone connection. Girl, girl, when I tell y'all messy, girl. Now, when Jean LeBlanc, during his court hearing or whatever, he had a whole huge amount of support. But this one person that stuck out to me was Monique. Monique is Big Shirley's cousin from off her daddy's side or whatever. And Monique was there to see John LeBlanc to tell him that Big Shirley wanted to holler at him on the slick. So I'm like, why is Monique here? And why did Big Shirley want me with John LeBlanc? So then that brought me back to the beginning of this episode when Shirley had got that phone call from Floyd. And Floyd was talking to her about Skunk or whatever. And she was talking about how she always had a weak spot for Skunk, but he had to go. So that means Shirley unalived Skunk. But then I was thinking, what would be the reason why Shirley would want to unalive Skunk? Right, cousins? So I'm like, okay. So then we get to the partial end of the episode where Jean and Marie is having a little one-on-one or whatever. And Jean is talking about his future and how he always knew that somehow, someway, Marie wanted to own Midnight Blues. So I'm like, okay. So what's going on? Do he own a portion of Midnight Blues? Now that he trying to give to his wife, because his wife always said she had so many ideas and what to do with the place and stuff like that. So do that mean that Shirley unalived Skunk to get in good graces with John LeBlanc, and that meeting had something to do with Shirley giving a piece of the blues to John LeBlanc? See what I'm talking about, cousins? They may have not put this in the episode cinematic like, but I didn't put it together in my mind, because there's only one reason why she would agree to unalive Skunk, being that he had information about Marquise and Floyd dumping John LeBlanc's brother body. So I guess to put this past them, to put this in the ground or whatever, they agreed that he get him a piece of the blues so that nobody else would get hurt. Girl, oh my God. This is what happened. And I honestly believe this, cousins. I believe this is what happened at this little meeting that he had with Shirley when he had got out that courtroom. Girl. Okay. Because y'all know Jean LeBlanc want this skunk out of here anyway. So why not Big Shirley take him out? Why shouldn't she? Why shouldn't she? He was about to rat on them anyway. So why not? I mean, I can understand that, but baby, look, let me tell y'all. When I tell y'all I had a time putting this together, I said, oh no, girl. Oh no, now I see what's going on here. Because since we own Big Shirley, let's talk about Gabriel, girl. Let's talk about Gabriel, how this man is still trying to shoot his shot. And he is taking, oh, girl, real rough precautions in shooting his shot, girl. So Gabriel do attempt to talk to Shirley again. Or whatever. And of course, like in old Shirley fashion, she's dismissing this man. She's dismissing him, insulting him, and threatening him at the same time, girl. The ultimate trio, girl. And he's still not taking no for an answer. So he decides to go to Melrano to go try to dig up some, I don't want to call it dirt, but dig up stuff on Big Shirley. Like, is she in trouble with somebody? Is it something that I can help her out with? Like, he really trying to get that one night in Paris with her for real on some stuff, girl. So he do find out about the farmer's land and Big Shirley Casino having these uneasy, bits and pieces and stuff like that. And he end up going to talk to Melrano about this, and Melrano end up shooting him the farmer's names and the farmer's brothers or friends or whoever, the farmer's group, girl. He end up shooting them all his names, and Gabriel supposedly went paid him a visit. And when he did get back to Big Shirley, he ended up handing her an envelope saying that he hadn't already bought the land that the farmers was fussing about the blues being on or whatever. In all hopes to get him a hot date at A with Big Shirley. But girl, see, Big Shirley still wasn't standing for it or whatever. But she do end up taking the paperwork from him and inviting him on into the club or whatever. And before all this, she tell Monique to go get DJ. Now, DJ just security at this point. He just gonna throw him around a little bit just to get him out the club. But this fool Monique called Floyd of all people. And girl, Floyd come out of nowhere just beating up on the man, girl. In true Floyd fashion, child. I'm surprised he ain't pull his pew-pew out, girl. But, child, Shirley had to tell him stop. Like, chill out. Especially when Gabriel started hollering about a lawsuit, girl. Girl, stop. You still want that date? She wanted to give him that date then when that man started hollering out lawsuits. Hey, you wanted to go on a date with him then, didn't you? About to get that man the best birthday of his life, girl. And that's all he was looking for. That's all he was really looking for. Girl, he got his date now. He got his date. It took an ass whooping, but he got his date. He got it, cousins, girl. Because that's it for the recap and the review, girl. Girl, get this episode a 10 out of 10. Recommend to everybody and their grandma, especially the ones who like to be in the casino late at night. I bet y'all be catching all this drama, huh, girl? But cousins, that's it for the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one, cousins. Love y'all. Bye.